Of course, when you get a Samsung, you can be sure that it'll have a reliable and a competent version of Android. If you already use Samsung products and are accustomed to its One UI interface, you presumably want to keep doing so. Hey there, welcome back to our YouTube channel. The Galaxy A13, the follow up to the Galaxy A12 from 2021, comes in at just about the lowest price range available. Samsung may be able to develop appealing handsets at just about every price point better than any other phone manufacturer. The low price is the main selling point in this situation. Starting price is just $189.99. Let's talk more about this phone. Talking about the design and build, the phone is primarily made of plastic, as one could anticipate from a cheap phone. Although the material has a nice feel and appearance, its smooth, shiny sheen is the enemy of fingerprints. If you choose to move forward without a case, you will either have to put up with the fingerprints or keep wiping them off because you don't get one in the box. Although metal phones are often lighter than plastic ones, the Galaxy A13 weighs about 200 grams. In addition, it is on the larger end of the smartphone spectrum, measuring 165 by 76 by 8.8 millimeter. One of the rare Samsung phones without an OLED screen is the Galaxy A13. The A13's 6.6-inch screen is a straightforward IPS model with a 2408 by 1080 resolution and 400 ppi of pixel density. Although Samsung's AMOLED technology is flawless, you get a screen that looks fantastic for the price. With a total volume of 129.3%, sRGB color gamut coverage of 99.1%, and an average Delta E color variance of 2.09. In our tests, the phone's maximum brightness peaked at 483 CDM2, and the contrast is a respectable 1082 to 1. The main drawback is that this operates at a typical 60 Hz rate, so if you want silky smooth scrolling, you'll need to search elsewhere. Although the A13's US model has a 90 Hz display, it only has a 720p resolution. There are 4 cameras on the rear of the Samsung Galaxy A13, a 50 megapixel f and 1.8 main camera, a 5 megapixel f and 2.2 ultra wide, two 2 megapixel macro cameras, and a depth sensing camera. Further complicating matters, the UK's 8 megapixel front facing camera has been replaced with a 5 megapixel one, while the US's 5G variant is missing the ultra wide. The Galaxy A13's cameras managed to pull things back from the brink of total disaster. Again, not every time you press the shutter will result in an Instagram worthy photo, but I've been delighted with a few of the ones I've captured over the past week or so. Photos of landscapes with good detail, excellent HDR utilization, and reasonably subdued colors are shown below. The portrait photos captured on the two phones, meanwhile, couldn't be more dissimilar. For whatever reason, the A13 has significantly increased the contrast, and as a result, you lose a lot of detail in darker regions. There aren't many surprises because One UI 3.1 is being used instead of Android 11 in this case. It has all the customary Samsung features, such as the choice of edge panels that provide additional shortcuts and the capacity to multitask by putting apps in tiny windows. The idea that Samsung is pledging 4 years of security patches for the A13 is more intriguing than the software itself. Even though that is not unique for Samsung in 2022, it is encouraging to see that a cheap phone is receiving respectable support. The A13 5G performs better because of its MediaTek Dimensity 700 chipset and 4 GB of RAM. This is supported by Geekbench 5 scores that are among the lowest we've seen in a phone this year, at 155 single-core, 586 multi-core, and 678 OpenCL. Everything you want to run will be possible, but you'll have to put up with slower speeds that you would receive from a more expensive device. With a moderate level of use, the Galaxy A13's 5000 mAh battery should last you a day and possibly a little longer. If you're very careful, you might even get 2 days out of it because of the large battery and the less powerful internal components. This phone only supports wired charging. Wireless charging is not an option. This is to be expected for a smartphone in this price bracket. The wired charging rate is a very ordinary 15 watts. That is all for this video. Thank you for watching. I hope this video made your decision easier. We'll be back soon with more interesting content. See you soon.